Hey there, I hope all is well. Today I'm going to be working on these axles. Now I have verified these fit in my car and they are in good condition. However, they've been off the car and rolling around a shop, and I bought them used from someone else. And so I know the CV joints are contaminated. They don't feel bad, but I know the grease is contaminated. At least I've contaminated them. Whoever I bought it from probably didn't care for it that well either. So I'm going to be doing you can call it a rebuild if you want to, but it's really just a remove, inspect, replace the grease, and put everything back. I think the boots are okay. I'll check them very carefully once everything's cleaned, but this is kind of a preventative measure just to make sure that this has a long life. I'm afraid if I put it in like this, it would wear out very quickly if it's got debris in there. So let's take it apart. Just loosening the clamp here on the boot. The boot's free. Slide that out of the way a little bit. Now we got the CV joint. It feels a little gritty, to tell you the truth. I mean, it's probably got some junk in there. I think somewhere in here, let me get some gloves on, but I think there is a retaining ring. Yeah, right there is a retaining ring. Yeah, these are some snap ring pliers designed for these kind of rings, although the little pegs I have on here are kind of light duty. Hopefully I don't just snap this off. Yep. Slippery. There we go. Now this should just pull off. Although it looks like it's a little boogered up here on the end. Ugh. There we go. So definitely want to keep track of the orientation. This side here has a little bit of a relief to it. That's on the same side as the pins. And then back here, there's a little bit of a shoulder to the inner part of the CV. So that goes towards the center of the axle. And then back here, a lot of grease on this one. It's like a washer on here. So washer on here, and it has a little bit of a bevel to it. And the tall portion of the washer, the inside portion, is pointing this way. Now, I don't know if that's right, because this is such a small diameter right here. It seems like the washer the tall part of the washer on the inside would contact this, and then it would kind of spread the load over a bigger area. But that's not the way it was. It was installed this way. So I'll make a note of that, maybe check some diagrams, see what others have done, try to get that correct. There we go. So there's one side. I'm going to keep this guy together for now and remove the other side. This ring looks a little different. Or maybe it's not on all the way. It seems like it's really wide. Yeah, this snap ring here is too small. These are different size snap rings, so that's not a good sign. This one seemed like it was appropriate. This one was really spread way out. And it's actually a lot thinner too. Let me get the big stuff off. I'm going to put it in this solvent. Try to get it nice and clean. The solvent's pretty old too, but let's just let it soak in here. Take it apart. So if you rotate it too far, these balls will just fall out. Everything's out. So yeah, the grease is kind of thick and heavy in there, but I can't really see much, but it does feel pretty smooth. A little bit. I'm hoping these aren't too worn. I do have another set if I need to pick the best of, but wasn't planning on buying all new axles. I'm just going to prop this up and let it soak for a little bit. Okay, this stuff's had some time to soak. I'm just going to wipe it off and then put it in a cleaner bowl and just keep going through some couple phases here. I'm going to put a little bit of simple green. So it's clean enough now where you can start to see, a little bit of the wear marks in there. I don't feel any major pitting or ridges or anything, but there is some wear marks in the surface. It's basically just shiny spots. Shiny spots are okay. Ridges are not okay. This cage is cleaning up pretty well too. Same thing, I see some shiny spots, but no major pitting or wear. So I think I got lucky. It's kind of fun just to roll these around in here. These are nice and clean. I'm just using this scraper tool to kind of pull a lot of the grease out of the boot, because there's a lot in here. It's just a lot of cleaning today. It's not particularly a difficult job, it's just work. Okay, time for assembly. I got my clean parts here. The shaft is clean, and I did check into, well, I did as much as I could on this washer, and I couldn't find any information. There was some information about this cage is not symmetrical. One end is a bigger diameter, it has a bevel on it, so it has a particular orientation. But I did a trial fit. So the snap ring will go on with the bevel washer going in the orientation where it provides more pressure. So there's no slop in that. I feel comfortable with that. And so now we can put it all the way together. The orientation on the CV joints, this is clearly the outer part. This is the inner part, so this goes like this. And then this cage is slightly different. I mean, it looks very symmetrical, but it's not. There's a really small bevel on this side and a much bigger bevel on this side. And the consensus is that the larger bevel should go on the side where the axle is. So if it rotates up, it's going to make it easier to install because it's going to have more rotation angle. This could be quite the puzzle. So there's that part. Okay, now I'm ready to put the balls in here, and the information I can pass on to you that I read about is that there is a wide portion here and a narrow portion on the inner star. And what you want to do is have the wide portion here on the narrow portion here. So everywhere you look, it should be wide and narrow. So you want to keep rotating it so that holds true. So it alternates. So you have Wide, narrow, wide, narrow, wide, narrow, wide, narrow. So that should be how it goes. And then from here, you just kind of tilt it up, put the ball in. Should be doing this over the plate in case one falls out. I want to chase it all over. So I suspect the last few are going to be the hardest, right? One more to go. Okay, and they're in. Let's get the boot on first. Before we jam that on, I'm going to put a little bit of grease on there. I'm using this red grease. We're going to be putting a lot more grease, but we just want to get this boot on first. This is a screwdriver, but the edge is very rounded off. It's like super soft, super round. So I'm going to try to use that to push this over. The camera may have shut off on that one. The memory card was full, but I basically just used this really soft-ended screwdriver. I was looking for something plastic, but this worked well. I just had to really stretch it and push. It was a little awkward, especially to do in the view of the camera, but I got that on there. So slide that out of the way. Make sure. Oops, we forgot the washer. You know, check your own positioning of this washer. To me, this makes the most sense. I didn't really find anything definitive on that. So you can kind of use at your own risk. And then snap ring time. I also read on Pelican Parts that it's not recommended to use the gaskets. I was considering, you know, a gasket, maybe it goes between here, but then, you know, this metal's so soft, it'd probably just get it all deformed anyways. But then even on the flange on this side, they say not to use a gasket because when you torque the bolts, it's really important to torque the bolts correctly. When you torque the bolts, it'll compress the gasket, and then the gasket may relax a little bit, and then you lose torque in the bolts, you lose preload in the bolts. They could either back off or they aren't tight enough, and it's generally causes more problems than it solves. So if you get a little bit of this grease is really thick, if you get a little bit to ooze out, it's really not the end of the world. It's never gonna puddle up on the floor. All this excess is going to fly into the boot anyways, so I don't think you need any on the boot. I'm going to slide the boot over, make sure that the hole patterns line up. So So one final check, just make sure there's full range of motion. This thing feels really good. It goes lots of different angles, so no binding. Feels really nice. Yeah, that'll keep all the dirt out until it's time to install it again. Not quite install axles. They're well on their way, easy to install, but I'm not going to cross it off the list.